Hey y'all, this is Cyndee. I'm the Tireless Tangler. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Today we are doing this pattern called Enoch. It is by CZT Danielle DePalma Mabanta, and it is this pretty circular flowery kind of a pattern, and it's really easy, and we are going to do some fun tangling today. So let's get started. Okay, so for today, instead of a tile, I am going to use what I mentioned the other day, and that is a section of my son's favorite breakfast food, and cut to tile size and then turned around on the back. And this is the surface, and I love tangling on this kind of cardboard. I love it. I find for people who shake, it gives you extra grab for the pen, and so that helps me. And so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. If you know, this can be the back of most of the boxes. Frozen pizza boxes, boxes of cereal, anything you want to check the back of. You'll get anything from a light gray color to a more tan color like this. And yeah, it's kind of fun. So let's get started on that. Thanks for coming back today, guys. I've appreciated your comments, especially the comments about my shakers and the people that have commented that the way I have done things has really helped them achieve their outcome, and so that makes me happy. So I'm going to draw pencil in something, but I'm going to use my white charcoal pencil so that it will be easily visible. And what I'm going to do is start with a decent size orb in the middle here. Let me make sure you can see that. Okay. Well, that's mostly center, but I was going to put 2 on here, but let's see what happens. Maybe I can put a partial or something. So this I'm going to make this look like an orb because I think it's pretty. All right. So I'm going to start with my black 01, and I may want to switch. In fact, you guys may want to use a thicker pen on this than a 01. I don't know. I usually like to use PNs, but both of my PNs are kind of scrawny with the ink these days, so let's find out. So I first had trouble with the beginning little shapes, getting them in a rounded section and having room for them all. So what I ended up doing was putting this orb in, and then I'm going to sort of quarter it. Okay, with little dots, and I'll zoom in, but you'll get what I mean. And then I'm going to put these elements in like this. Okay, so it's a little crescent moon shape, and then turn, and then start a little bit apart from that one. Right. Now I know I'm messing up my orb, but it's all right. I'm going to fix it. No, it's all right if they don't touch. It's okay if they do touch. You're going to get a nice result either way. Okay, so this is a bit of a mess, but I'm okay with it. It's going to be fine. All right. So next step is to make little flower petal, sort of half circle shapes from the middle or a little bit to the side of each of these. So like this, yeah. So pretty standard flower stuff, right? And one reason I said maybe not the center is because, you know, you want to work big with this pattern. Your results are going to be much nicer. Sorry, I'm shaking really badly right now. Oh, I forgot to take my medicine, that's why. Okay, so my first tip for you to get a decent result and not get confused is to go ahead when you finish each row of this and put your inner aura, because the next step then is to add this inner aura. Okay, and try to take your time and do as neat a job as you can. And if you don't do a neat job, don't sweat it. Okay. Remember that once the tiles are finished, all of the little things that we hate so much so frequently can't be seen anymore. So let's try not to sweat it today, okay? Remember, in Zentangle, we don't believe in mistakes. Although most of us know that's not true. But we strive for that, because having that attitude and that opinion is really important. Okay, so now you're going to be somewhere at this stage, okay? And so what she does on the next row is to do one between sections like we normally would. Okay, and then she's going to take off from the side here and just go over. Now, this bugs me a little bit, I won't lie, because sometimes you get down in the crevices, sometimes you're over in the middle, sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks weird. So, but, you know, it is what it is. We can handle it. It's not hard, at least. Not easy to get a nice even result, though, maybe. And I'm just moving counterclockwise, but you can do it whichever direction is going to work for you. So we're just making these big petal shapes. That one was extra big, see what I mean? And we're just going to keep moving. Well, I started smaller and got bigger, didn't I? That's all right. And then I'm going to tuck that in. Sorry about the shaking, guys. Deep breath, Cyndee. Relax. Maybe leave the little gaps until I'm drawing a little bit better, and then I'll go through and fix them. Okay, so now do your inner auras here, right? Because what happens is, or at least for me, when I was going around, I would lose track of where I started, and then my petals would all start to look the same, and then I would start getting more on one side than the other. So what I found is if you do that inner aura each row, then it's easier to keep track of what's going on. So I'm trying to find which way to pull or push that will help. Oh, I think maybe it's because I don't have my elbow braced. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe that's better. Well, that wasn't so bad. Let's try pulling this time. About the same. I'm going to try to fix them all anyway. I do like the drag from tangling on cardboard. The surface is more coarse. Well, maybe not. I just like the drag that I get on cardboard, and so I think that helps me stabilize my stroke a little bit, but I don't feel like that's happening for me today. All right. And this is pretty much the tangle. You can go as far or as small as you want to. You can add color or just shadow and highlights if that's what you want to do. Oops. All right, I kind of like that. Let's see how it's thicker on one side than the other. So that's my sort of complain. So my suggestion here is to start around this same place, but not exactly in that area. And then maybe I frequently go the other direction with my like clockwise. But again, I have no idea, no idea what's best. So you guys make your choices. Do what you're gonna do. Deep breaths. Don't sweat your wiggles, guys. Tangling with trimmers, it's a challenge. I want to say hi to, I don't remember names, but I remember the messages. My lady with MS, and I have another one, at least one with Parkinson's. And sometimes we shake just because we're old. Although I don't think that's my issue. Although I'm old. Let's be honest, I'm old. Or at least aging rapidly. This is a very pleasing thing to draw. I find making those C curves very relaxing. And see, now I know how far I need to go without getting lost. Maybe that was just me, but in case there's more than me out there, you know, hopefully that helps. Sometimes the simplest tangles can catch you up on the smallest things. I'm still a little lopsided, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to add my inner auras, and then I'm going to say that this flower, or Enoch, is finished for me. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me to hear from you in comments that the way that I've stepped something out has made something clearer for you or made it easier for you to handle, and that is really what it's about for me. For that was always in the beginning what I thought I could offer was perhaps a different perspective on some of the tangles, because I was thinking adaptively for myself and my trimmers. And, you know, for my issues with art, then I thought, well, maybe if it helped me, then it would help someone else. And that's actually why I started up. So it really pleases me to hear that something I have done has helped out. And so, yay. So even though I'm shaking as I come around the curve, because I find the angle matters a lot, that my muscles are weaker in some ways than others. And so I also read a comment from somebody that was working left-handed because they had had surgery on their right hand. And that is something that we should actually do regularly, is draw with our opposite hands. Now, what I find for practice is much simpler is if you draw in tandem, right? If your right hand is in charge of the brain and your left hand is following along, or vice versa, depending on your handedness, then that can make it easier to accomplish things. Now, of course, if you've had surgery on one hand, that's not going to be effective, but it's something you might think of about practicing, just to sort of get your left hand involved, because of course it's possible to change your handedness and get better with that. It's just work. So one thing I liked in my examples is when I put some little orbs in these four little bins right here where they come in. I may ink those, I may not, I don't know. Like so. And then I'll probably put little ones on the little corners as we go around, and then do an aura eventually. But I thought I might try maybe a partial one, maybe up. I want it to be a little bit north of this one. I didn't leave myself very much room. Oh, let's turn it upside down this way. Looky there. Look what we did. We made more room. All right. So maybe in this area right here. So I will want to, where's my charcoal pencil? I will want to put my middle maybe here. And then by the time I get to my outer sections, then I will be, you know. You guys think for me today. Not sure my brain's working. Not sure my hand is working. I'm pretty sure it's not working. And yeah, so somebody else think and speak today for me. That would be great. All right, taking my time. Those connected, but of course they don't have to. Now, first round. Just one petal over each gap. That one was weird. Okay, now I'm gonna aura those for my own safety and sanity, and yeah. Sometimes if you think about those things, it makes life easier for you. This one is a lot wigglier, but this is an organic pattern, so, you know, wiggles are okay. Actually, it'll be more flower-like. That's what I keep telling myself. All right, so. Boy, these are big. That's okay. I like big. More room to play. And so we're going to have to pretend. And I'll come about here. And there. All right. Maybe a little less organic, Cyndee. But again, don't sweat the small stuff, guys. And little wiggles in your art, those are the small things. Those are very small, although meaningful to you, unimportant, really, in the scheme of things. And let's try to enjoy the inevitable wiggles. Call them your deckled edges. I got that from one of you. All right. Another round. If I'm going to get any overlapping, I'm going to have to do something here. I can do one more round or two. Let's find out. Whoops. That one got kind of small. I'm going to put my aura on the outside of this. Oops. All right. Well, here we go. Well, I can't see that. I guess little spaces are better than running it over. So we're going to need to do one more row for them to overlap. So let me put in my auras. I mean, they don't have to overlap, but I kind of want them to. Overlapping is the key to getting a 3D look. So, you know, when you're doing your patterns, always look for opportunities if you want to overlap. That will just enhance that quality, give you lots of shading opportunities. Yeah, it's a good one. And Enoch has a whole lot of good lessons for things like that. The problem you have when you go to her store is you can't choose one, which is why being an art club is good, because once you join, you get all the lessons from that point on for free. Well, not for free, but for your monthly fee. So that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. And then you get good prices for the old stuff, so. All right. And I feel like I need more over here, but all right. Let's start over here then. Each time I'm getting a little larger. Whoops. Easy. Slow down. Somebody sing Simon and Garfunkel for me. I know you guys by now. Even if you didn't know it before, you know the first part now. Goodness. It's my little singing buddy, Angela. And there was somebody else. I'll get it. I'll get it. You guys keep reminding me. Keep talking to me. Now we're going to be able to play with color a lot here, or something, because we're going to have lots and lots of room. So I liked that. That was a good outcome. Easy, Cyndee. Oh, Simba, it's okay. Mommy's recording. Let's not talk about whoever's outside, okay? Can we let them walk past without the hullabaloo? Huh, big dog? My best boy? Thank you, Simba. You're the best one. I know the other ones should have a complex, but I don't think they care. All right, so I think I should be able to do something here. Now, what if I brought some stems down? How would be a good way to do that? I could pull them down like this and have them connected. This one should go maybe, okay. And, okay, let's do an aura here. And I don't want to be too big, but I do want it to be a little bit bigger than I would normally put a stem, because this is a big flower, right? Let's see if I can get something decent here. Just pushing away is better for me today. Okay, and so now I'm going to join this little guy up, and I think I want to make his angle. Do I want to do this, or I think it'd be more natural to go this way, I think. So I'm trying to line it up with the middle, right? And just feed onto that stem line. Oh, that's still big. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. So the next question is, do I want to do like she did on her step out, maybe put some a version of Vertigo in here for the leafy kind of floppy stuff, or do I want to do something like we've done in this project, I Canvas? That would also make a nice leafy suggestion here. I think what I'm before I get to the leaves, I'm kind of wanting to do one more thing, and that is, but is that a good idea? So where's my pencil? What if I had the beginnings or the just a few edges of petals here in this corner showing, and another stem, maybe a little thinner, that came down and joined up like this. What do you guys think? Maybe not a bad idea. I could live with that. And the tighter we pack this in, the easier it's going to be to do interesting stuff in the middle of these, I think. Okay, that looks a little weird, but I don't think anybody will care. So what I want to do here, I think I'm going to treat this like this. So I've got the outer edges of the leaves going on, or the petals, excuse me, the petals. And I can always extend this up further. But first, let me do one more. Easy there, doggy. Mommy is cooking right now. Don't make me stop. Do I need one more? Do I want one more? Let's put some auras in and think about it. Okay. I feel like that needs to come down a little bit further, so I'll put another row in and see where we get. Perfect. Not so perfect, but it'll work. Okay. Let's finish these. Sometimes the little specks in the cardboard make it hard for me to tell where I'm at here. Okay, calm down with that. I frequently, with shaking, make things worse trying to correct problems than I do leaving them alone and just letting them be. And so, you know, you guys that struggle with tremors as well, or shaking or jerking like I do, then something you guys might want to think about trying. It's hard to let go of the need to repair things. Okay. All right. I'm happy with this. Now, let's put some greenery in. So my best place, I think I'm going to do sort of a wavy vertigo for the leaf sections, and I'm going to put a couple of them in here, but I'm going to start my first one like that. And so then I'm going to start at the bottom and just put some of these wavy leaves in, sort of. Mine are going to be extraordinarily wiggly, not on purpose, but I'll make that work for me. So I'm going to put another one out here. Goodness, Cyndee, that's a sawtooth blade, right? Embrace the wiggles, guys. Nobody's art is perfect, mine least of all. But I am going to keep trying to finish my tiles. Going to keep myself from getting frustrated or angry at my limitations. I'm going to keep trying to fight for positivity, because the bottom line is I need this art form. I need the ability to create in order to be happy. And oh my goodness. I'm embracing you, my little sawtooth blades. You're gonna be wiggly, aren't you? It's that pulling back stroke. All right, which is why I push out sometimes. Okay, so now I'm going to put another set of these in. They're going to be slanted a different direction, and they're going to overlap with these that we've got in at some point. Okay, that one's going to be invisible. So this one we're going to put down and overlap it. If I can put the pin down. Okay, and let's put one down here. What we're doing, this process is very much like what we did with, as a side thing. What we did it on one of the tiles, or at least I did on one of the tiles. Inktober, is that what it is? I don't remember. Anyway. The concept is one that they use frequently. Vertigo is just one of them. This is one of the original Zentangle patterns. And my version is a little different than theirs. That one was straight, and I'm making my little leaves kind of clearly do their own thing. And the goal of this is just to keep overlapping these until you get it as full as you want it. Wiggles aside. All right. If you don't have room, just sneak it in wherever. And can I ask you guys a favor? If my videos have helped you figure something out, if the videos that helped you, if you could share those with people that might face some of the same struggles as we do, that would really help me to reach the audience I think that would benefit the most from these videos is the people that have similar issues and sort of try to stay in the periphery of things because they don't feel adequate. Those are the people I want to reach. You know, the people that have struggles in their art walk. Those are the people I want to reach. Not because I'm particularly great, but because I understand what tangling with struggles means, as you can see. Now, it could be that later I'm able to come back in here and do some line reinforcing and clean all of this up, but right now I'm shaking too badly to do anything but make things a mess. So, okay, I'm going to put one in here and have this curl down. So all you want is to just keep putting them in until they get thick enough for you to be happy. Hopefully I haven't messed this light up by having it in shadow all the time. So something like this makes it interesting. And I'm, again, not going to worry about all my mishaps here. I'm going to wait until my shaking's a little bit easier and then try to work on that some more. So what I'm going to do over here also is add some more of this, just little tendrils of it throughout these areas where I don't have much space, these interstices. And then I'm hoping to leave some blank space over here, but no promises. So what I want to do now is explore some of the opportunities for fills. And where's my sketch pad? So I tried quite a few different things here. Oops. That were more or less unsuccessful or less. So the things I did not find particularly effective, for me, this was my opinion, is putting the little flower flicks in. Part of the reason for that is because many of these don't have a particular center. I mean, you can do it if you're centering them on the middle section, but otherwise, because these are slanted sort of sideways and they have one or two little areas in them or none or whatever, I think I just felt like it was problematic. So I also tried radiating lines, but again, the same issue applies there. I tried putting these little orbs in all of these little dips, and I did like it, but again, where if you've got two of these in one section, do you put two in? Do you just put one in? I mean, again, consistency can be an issue. Now, over here, I tried a couple of things that I felt like you might like, which was what we've been doing with fill spaces, is just putting these horizontal lines in. And then I thought, well, what if you just are the inside, sort of like crescent moon? The problem again is getting the center element where you want it is an issue. But however, I found if I put a middle, sort of a middle aura in that's a little further away, you could fill this with orbs. Of course, I'm not able to execute any very well right now, but you get the idea, something like this, right? The other things that I tried were like putting color and a sparkle on the outer edges, like down here. And I used colored pencil on one, chalk pastels on the other. So what I'm thinking of doing on these is putting color in and using chalk pastels. So then you can color or not the outer edges. That's entirely up to you. I haven't quite decided. Before I put this away, I don't know if I can do it right now, but just want to put some small hatch lines there to give that some depth. I'll just help the shading. And here. All right. And here. Maybe not. Maybe not that right now. Goodness. Okay. Well, that's enough experimenting for me. All right, I may put some little orbs in here like I did right here, to sort of look like, you know. Okay, so chalk pastels, I think I'm going to use my canary yellow on these. And I could make them different colors, I suppose. And if you've got one of these cardboard pieces that you're working on, like I am, chalk pastels work really well on them. The color comes out because you've got an off-color background. And then these are big enough to where I can use more than one color. I can tap in a little yellow orange down here, although I don't know how big a color change this will be. What I really need is one of my reds. Is this the Rose Madder? No, that's pink. I don't want pink today. I want red. Burnt carmine, this will work. We'll use this. Was it yesterday? Geez, all the days have come together for me, and I no longer know what day it is. So, all right. And then where's my tortillon? It's kind of dirty. Where's my cleaner? Ah. Get all that graphite out. I'm going to blend chalk pastels. Pretty good. All right. Now, we can also use this white against the shadow down here. See how these look. Oh, I shouldn't be experimenting on this, should I? They erase, sort of. So you could put a darker color on the base and a lighter color towards the edge, right? Of course, this is a different color. Clearly, this is red with white elements, and this one is yellow. This one might be blue. I don't know. The joy of color. Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys, this is what I think I'm going to do. I may very well color in my little aura lines, and we'll see what happens. I think we've got a good start. I may put another little leaf out this way, but I mostly want to preserve that for negative space. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to finish. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video about Enoch by Danielle DePalma, Mabanta. Yeah. So, okay, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with me today. Really, really thank you guys so much. And I'm going to see you soon. Bye.